Now let's move to the next part, and which is channels for outreach. So, see, we need to identify ideal channel to reach out to our ideal customer. As simple as that. So far, we have discussed that who is our target audience, how we can understand and create a map around it, how we can understand their geographical or psychological and other needs, and we can create a program around it. We can also look into in depth that what all are the interests and behavior what we have discussed. So now, what all are the ideal best possible channels for any entrepreneur to reach out to market to their ideal customer? Organic channels, social media, SEO, content marketing. See, social media is the biggest tool right now. You just beat any social media platform: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I mean, these are very basic names which I'm, right now taking names, but there are so many other channels: Pinterest, LinkedIn, and then, there are so many. I mean, the names are so many that that it will never ending list. It is a never ending list right now. So you need to understand that what kind of people, what kind of audiences, what kind of uh, consumers which you are targeting are active on what kind of social media platform, and then you can reach out to them. For an example, that if your product is more in professional services like consulting, like training, learning and development, so LinkedIn is a better tool as compared to Instagram or Facebook. But if you are into the product selling, or you are into any kind of travel blogger, or you are promoting any food related item, then I guess Instagram is better. So you need to figure it out. But social media is the biggest tool right now. And so SEO, we know that the website and what kind of terminology we use. Then why somebody would find out your website if somebody writes on Google that best, for an example, that best eyeglasses near me. If somebody writes on Google, then it should show your store or your organizations, or your company stores. Like if you'll find out that best glasses near by me, so usually it shows me Lenskart. Okay, so it just shows me Lenskart. But if your organization name is glasses.com, for an example, so how it should be there? By the help of SEO, right? In the content marketing, content means channel of communication, biggest channel of communication. The, you have to be very, 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 very impactful with your content, right? Why? Because see, usually people, and sorry, usually any organization, any entrepreneur gets 15 to 20 seconds to engage a customer. Attention span is, declining day by day. Also, if you can able to engage consumer in 15 to 20 seconds and convey your whole story in next 30-40 seconds, then you are there. So your content should be that strong, right? Usually we'll see that advertisements are 30-40 seconds, and in those 30-40 seconds they'll able to leave a lifeline impact counts. There are many advertisements like that. There are thousands and lakhs of such advertisements since the inception of this industry, right? So social media, SEO, content marketing is very organic channels, and these are very impactful, and they are in trend right now. Because social media, what other thing is powerful than social media, right? And paid advertising. So obviously it's on social media one way, and the another thing is this. you can say, influencer partnerships that people those are have 30 million, 20 million, 10 million followers. You can reach out to them and do a partnerships with them so that at least their segment of people are watching out to you. And then other partnership, other paid advertising channels are there, like hoardings or banners, and on the highways or in the trains, you must be seeing there is a masking of certain brands on the railways, or maybe on cards and on t-shirts. So these are just paid advertisements. Reach out to people, right? So see, we need to understand that paid advertisement is something which will always be a percentage of our product's cost. You need to understand, if your selling price of your product is 100 rupees, then you have to keep one percentage for the marketing and advertisement. Maybe it's 5%, 10%, 50%, based upon your product, based upon the market, based upon your stage in the market. You are in the initial stage, or you are already grown, or you are doing a comeback. So based upon that. But as an entrepreneur, you need to understand that when you do the budgeting of your product, costing, value proposition, costing of the product, which we have discussed in earlier modules, advertisement marketing percentage is something which is very, very important. And you have to keep a certain, percentage of that into your mind. And then partnership, collaborate and establish brand on micro. See, partnership is something which sometimes is paid, sometimes are mutually, or you can say it is something barter system, that okay, we'll club and you will get a benefit, I will get a benefit, right? So sometimes partnerships are like that. That okay, uh, there is no cost involved, but whatever the revenues, then we can distribute or divide accordingly, because we are doing collaboration or partnership. Sometimes they are paid as well, right? And then you need to find out exact collaborations. For an example, you are uh, you are having a product like a chocolate, right? A chocolate is your product, but you are collaborating with a toothpaste brand. Would it help? I don't think so, right? But yeah, chocolate can be collaborate with a milk brand, that if you do a fusion, then you can get a chocolate shake. For an example, see, let's imagine that you owns a brand of chocolate. Name of the brand is XYZ chocolate, and now you want to do the strategic collaboration. So if you do it with any toothpaste brand, then it won't take. I mean, it won't make any sense, right? But if you will do the partnership with the 123 brand milk, then how you can strategize your product, both of you, that okay, you'll mix this chocolate with the milk, and then you have a amazing and crazy milkshake at your home, right? So both the brands get benefit out. So this is just one example, like we have discussed it in earlier, that Nike and Apple has that collaboration, right? Spotify and Uber. The these collaborations should complement each other. These partnerships should complement each other. So these are the channels for outreach: organic channels, paid advertisement, and partnership. So these are the three most effective channels to reach out to people. And we also need to understand one thing, that marketing does not mean that our product is successful. Eventually, there should be, so we need to understand one thing, that a product should has its own quality and impact. Those qualities should be underlined and should be, uh, you know, presented to our audience in a way that they cannot ignore it. Marketing can help you, but marketing cannot do everything. You need to understand. You have to find out the USP and then create a story around that USP and present to the end user. And for that, you need certain channels. And then you can choose a channel, that you have a story, you have USP, you have very good product. Now, which channel you want to reach out? You want to go through social media SEO or content marketing by yourself, or you want to do the paid advertisement, or want to collaborate with influencers or the banners. If so, the idea is that whatever helps you as per your product, as per your brand, right? If it's partnership, go for it. It's paid advertisement, go for it. If it's organic channel, go for it. Do not shy away. Do not shy away. And then launch campaigns and their metrics. Campaign design, we have discussed it earlier, that a plan a multi-channel launch strategy that integrates digital marketing, email campaigns, and events. When we'll say campaign design, that what एक लॉन्च में क्या-क्या चीज़ें होंगी? हम डिजिटल मार्केटिंग करेंगे, हम ईमेल्स भेजेंगे लोगों को, हम कुछ इवेंट्स करेंगे। हम देखते हैं कई बार भी, सो देयर इज़ अ वंडरफुल स्टोरी दैट आई बॉट शूज़ ऑफ CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo 7 series. They were in India, they were doing an event. I don't know whether they are available in India or not because I have tried a couple of times after that, but I'm not able to find out any Cristiano Ronaldo CR7 labeled shoes now in India. I got two sneakers and one is still with me. And they are limited edition. They are amazing leather sneakers. So, but from where I bought it? From a event, because they were not having stores in India. I don't think so. They had at that point of time. I bought it in 2015, I guess, 14, 15, if I can recall that. And but I categorically remember that it was an event going on in a mall, and when I was there, then there were a couple of small games and very engaging. And then I filled a form, and then uh, I I got a chance to select from couple of pairs, and then I selected one, and then it was on an offer price. So these are events. I'm just sharing my personal experience. So if you must have been seen many events, Red Bull does so many events related to adventure sports, right? So these are these are the campaigns that they run, right? There are so many, like Horlicks. I have seen a event of Horlicks as well happening in one of the shopping mall with kids. So what they do, they just launch maybe their new product or maybe a one SKU. They just revamp their product a little, maybe Horlicks Plus, Horlicks Plus Plus. I'm not taking names that they are already existing. I'm just giving an example, right? So what they'll do, that Horlicks is already available in the market. Now they launch Horlicks Plus, so they'll do a event in shopping mall, right? And similarly, digital marketing campaigns and then emails, so many emails, and then early metrics to track, major engagement metrics and conversion metrics to evaluate campaign effectiveness. Now, if you will send 100 emails every day for 10 days, it means that you have already shared 1,000 emails. Now, what is the feedback? I mean, out of those 1,000, are you getting any replies as well? People are interested, they want to join, you know. So you need to track that metrics. And then again, user feedback. Implement channels for collecting feedback to iterate on product features. We have discussed this earlier as well. you know Pre-market, while market, and in fact, if you are already there, if you're doing very well, even then the feedback loops are very, very important. We have discussed it, right? The importance of feedback loops. So now, see, what all things or the characteristics you have to be in your mind when you do a launch campaign. That return on investment is one thing. The profit made from your marketing effort should be there. You should be very, very clear that if I'm investing 10 rupees in marketing, I should get a return at least of 50, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80 rupees. Only then my marketing is effective. Consumer acquisition cost, I need to identify the cost for the consumer acquisition, and that consumer acquisition cost is not only about marketing, it about other things as well. Analysis, back end, when you spend on analysis, when you spend on data, when you spend on big data management, and then marketing. So this is all comes under the consumer customer acquisition cost. How much you are spending to acquire a new customer, right? You need to be very careful and very precise about that. That is one important part of the metrics. Then conversion rates, percentage of users who have completed a desired action. It means that you have sent email to 1,000 people, right? Then uh, they have completed a task that you have sorry, you have done a task that you have shared email with 1,000 people. Now, out of which 500 have replied back. So those 500 have completed a task. Okay. Now, out of those 500, how many you can convert? to buy your product. That is conversion rate. And then consumer customer retention rate. People who already bought, percentage of existing customers who remain after a given period. आपका कोई प्रोडक्ट था, लिया कंज्यूमर ने 3-4 महीने यूज किया, वापस आ रहा है, अगर आ रहा है तो आपने उसको रिटेन कर। अगर कोई सर्विस है, वेबसाइट है, टूल है, तो वो आपके रेगुलर यूज कर रहा है, रेगुलर लॉगिन कर रहा है, तो आपने उसको रिटेन कर लिया। उसकी भी एक कॉस्ट होगी। आप उसको कितना इफेक्टिवली अपडेट्स दे रहे हो, चीजें अच्छी चल रही हैं, स्मूथ चल रही हैं, इंटरफेस बढ़िया चल रहा है। अगर कोई वेबसाइट है, ऐप है, अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट है, तो वो प्रोडक्ट को यूज करते हुए कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही। Then measures the loyalty of customers to your company, net promoter score. Yeah, this is again a very important part of the metrics, right? कस्टमर जो है वो आपके लिए लॉयल है, इस बात का पता तब चलता है जब आपके प्रोडक्ट जो है वो रैपिडली कॉन्टिन्यूसली इन डिमांड है। अगर मैं फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट की बात करूं तो आपको ऑन काउंटर से पता चल जाता है कि यस, माय प्रोडक्ट इज इन डिमांड। इट हैपेंस। I have worked with a couple of industries to help organizations from FMCG sector to help them to grow their network and to implement certain human resource policies. And while I was there, I learned few things about the business part as well with some of very senior leaders. And I got to know that they are very satisfied when they keep on getting orders from the wholesalers and the distributor. It means that the product is in the full cycle of demand. So this is a very important part. Social media engagement. Whenever you post anything or whenever you reach out to audience through social media, how they are reacting. First of all, how many are reacting, then how they are reacting. 100 पोस्ट करी आपने और में 90, सॉरी, आपने एक पोस्ट किया, उसमें 100 लोगों का रिएक्शन है, तो अच्छा रिएक्शन। लेकिन रिएक्शन कैसा है? 100 में से 90 लोगों ने तो गलत बोला है, तो वो अच्छी बात नहीं है। लेकिन अगर 100 में से 90 लोगों ने अच्छा बोला है, 95 लोगों ने अच्छा बोला है, तो इट मीन्स कि आपका सोशल मीडिया एंगेजमेंट भी है, पॉजिटिव एंगेजमेंट है। तो यू नो अगर ऑडियंस आपके साथ रेगुलर इंटरेक्ट कर रही है, कोई प्रोडक्ट आपकी जैसे मैं हूँ, आई रिमेम्बर कि आई पर्सनली गोज टू वुडलैंड साइट और मैं वहां पे कमेंट छोड़ता हूँ कि मेरे को आई एम वेटिंग फॉर दिस प्रोडक्ट। मेरे को अच्छा लगता है, कुछ प्रोडक्ट उनके अभी अगर डिसकंटिन्यू हो जाते हैं तो मैं टाइप करता हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम अ फैन ऑफ दैट, है ना। सेम आई डिड विद प्यूमा। I have done it with Ford as well, Ford, the motor company. So it means that I'm satisfied and I'm a positive customer for them. I want to buy their product. उनकी और मेरी social media engagement positive है, right? So we'll see so many people are commenting on some of the products, on Instagram or social media, that waiting for it, please drop it soon. So it means that yes, people are engaged and they are, maybe your positive customers. And then website traffic. Obviously, one of the major factor that if you are selling a product from your website, or if you are having any service, then how many people are coming to your website. If you are on a travel and tour company, how many people are logging into your website. उससे आपको पता चलता है कि यार मेरी वेबसाइट का एसईओ तो सही चल रहा है, एटलीस्ट लोग आ रहे हैं तो फिर आप उसको कन्वर्ट कितना कर रहे हो, फिर हम ऊपर चले गए। इसी के ऊपर है ना कन्वर्जन रेट। देखो ये सब चीजें इंटरलिंक्ड है, तभी हमने इन सबको एक दूसरे के साथ मिली हुई है, सब चीजें एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरलिंक्ड है। अगर वेबसाइट का ट्रैफिक अच्छा है तो फिर हमको अब ये देखना है कि हम इसको कितने, इतने से कितने लोगों को कन्वर्ट कर पा रहे हैं, राइट। अगर हमारा सोशल मीडिया का एंगेजमेंट अच्छा है तो हम ये देखेंगे कि उस एंगेजमेंट्स के क्या लोग फिर आगे सोशल मीडिया पे आ रहे हैं, सॉरी हमारी वेबसाइट पे आ रहे हैं, है ना। और अगर एंगेजमेंट अच्छा है तो क्या इससे हमारी कस्टमर एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट थोड़ी कम हो रही है, कि कुछ ऐसे लोग भी जुड़ रहे हैं जिनको हमने टारगेट नहीं किया था, बट वो भी हमारे कंज्यूमर बन रहे हैं। तो ये सब चीजें एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरलिंक्ड है। एंड क्लिक थ्रू रेट, परसेंटेज ऑफ यूजर्स हु क्लिक ऑन अ लिंक इन द ईमेल। सो होता है ना कि आप लिंक सेंड करते हो कि यू गेट अ प्रमोशनल ईमेल एंड पीपल क्लिक ऑन दैट हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर। अगर वो वहां पे हैं तो क्या वो रिटेन कर रहे हैं फिर उस वेबसाइट पे। वो देखो इंटरलिंक हो गया ना, कस्टमर रिटेंशन। एक ईमेल आई, मैंने उस ईमेल पे क्लिक किया कि चलो मैं जाता हूँ, मैं उस वेबसाइट पे गया और मैं रुक गया वहां पे काफी देर के लिए, तो इसका मतलब कि मेरे को इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है। So these are the very, very key characteristics of any metrics. So launch campaign and metrics is something which is, See, you need to understand as an entrepreneur, very, very important, very, very important. You cannot let the ball drop at any stage. Simple. आप ये नहीं सोच सकते कि यार ये हो गया, मैंने मार्केटिंग कर दी, मैंने उसको पैसे दे दिए। नो, यू हैव टू बी स्टिक। आपको हर चीज को एक दूसरे के साथ लेकर चलना ही पड़ेगा। जब तक आप वो नहीं करोगे, नो, यू जस्ट कैन नॉट लेट द बॉल ड्रॉप। Start from finding out an opportunity to finding out the customer to validate to business idea to MVP or now go to market. Everything is interlinked and you cannot let the ball drop. आपने इतनी मेहनत करी है entrepreneur, so you cannot let the ball drop at the stage of launch. You have to be very very careful कि आप launch कैसे कर रहे हो, जो हमने पीछे भी डिस्कस किया है। आप कौन से चैनल को आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हो। जब आप इन चैनल्स को सही तरीके से आइडेंटिफाई करते हो, तो आपका ये जो मैट्रिक्स है ना, ये 100% करेक्ट होने के चांसेस में बढ़ जाते हैं। ये एक्यूरेट है, बैलेंस्ड है। कस्टमर एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट बैलेंस्ड है, कन्वर्जन रेट पॉजिटिव है, सोशल मीडिया एंगेजमेंट ऑल टाइम हाई है, प्रमोटर स्कोर बहुत बढ़िया है, वेबसाइट ट्रैफिक जबरदस्त आ रहा है, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट पूछ भी मत। ये कब होता है? जब हम हर चीज को प्लान करते हैं और एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं विद प्रिसीशन। यही हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं इन द एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, राइट? सो बी रेडी टू बिकम नॉट एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, टू बिकम एन सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर।